So, if you guys don't know, WazzoTV, very popular Scratch page, just released another part to his Scratch Saga thing, and it's called Part 4, but it's like also Part 1, or it's called Part 1 and it's also Part 4. So, I'm gonna talk about it. First off, we were probably thinking, well, what did I think of it? I thought it was pretty good. It was fine. I liked it. But I wasn't like, this is the best project ever created. This is amazing. You know. Okay, so story-wise, I was a little bit disappointed that they were basically just doing what Sam did last time. Gobo just comes in and takes over, and everyone's like, oh, but we can't stop him, so I guess we're just gonna let him take over now. Like, Barack Obama is there. Can't he, like, call in, like, the Air Force or something and kill Gobo? I don't know. I think that it kind of happened really fast and it didn't make any sense, and I wasn't able to really process what was happening, and I don't understand why Gobo is doing this. I don't know if he had like motivations in the older episodes. I haven't watched those in a long time, but I don't remember anything happening with him. I guess it's just because he's underappreciated like Sam was, and that people are making fun of him. But I don't know. I really don't want it to be that. I hope that there's like a different reason or something kind of complex. Because if it is that, I don't want to watch the same series again, you know? I want something to be a little different. But we'll have to see. I thought it was cool that they went back to Scratch 1.0 and they're recruiting this guy who I don't even know who he is. I mean, I think looking at it from like a marketing kind of perspective, if you want to get people to get excited about this, even though I can tell Wazzo really likes Astro Boy, like really likes him, I don't think anyone's really gonna know who he is unless they're like a real OG hardcore Scratcher. And those people are probably like Astro, they're probably too old for Scratch now and they don't really check it, most likely. By the comments, it seems like there are a lot of younger people watching these and they probably won't know who this is. So hopefully they choose some more familiar faces. I guess it'll just kind of depend on what happens. Yeah, so the story was pretty basic. I was a little let down because it seems kind of similar to what happened in the previous parts, but we will see what happens. Voice acting. So the voice acting was good. I think that everyone in there was pretty expressive and stuff, and since they're older they can do a little better. Everyone did a good job like doing their lines. It's nothing like too hard to do, you know. There were funny parts too with Jarquansla, of course. But the one problem I did have was sometimes there was like not a good mix between background noises and the voice audio. Like I couldn't hear certain things. That one part where they're like confronting Gobo and the Scratch Cat is like, Gobo, why are you doing this? And then he says something about being a monster, or I can't exactly describe the part, but I couldn't hear what he was saying, and so it kind of, I think, was supposed to be a big moment, but I couldn't understand it, so it kind of ruined it for me. There were some parts when Wazzo was talking with Astro, like they had their heart-to-heart moment, where I couldn't understand what he was saying, but I mean, I got the gist of it, so I guess it didn't really matter. As long as I understood, it was kind of just him being like, oh, I love you, and Astro was like, alright, fine, I'll come on your journey and stuff. So that's really it, I guess. Alright, the art. The art is very simplistic, but I guess that is kind of Wazzo's style, so yeah, I guess I wish it was a little more interesting to look at instead of just like squares and heads. But it's fine, it does what it needs to do. I guess using all the Scratch sprites is a little bit lazy in a way because he doesn't have to draw any background characters or anything, but it does help with the story. And I thought that the Barack Obama part was pretty funny. I always like whenever he like uses images from the internet and stuff and makes them into his own little characters. The backgrounds and the buildings and stuff look really great. I don't know if I just appreciate them more because I'm terrible at drawing backgrounds and buildings and stuff. I cannot draw them, so maybe I just look at it more in like a meaningful way. But I thought that they were all really well done, and I think that they were kind of talking about camera angles. I think there were a lot of cool camera angles, but again, all of my animations are basically just the camera angle is facing straight towards everything, you know, so I don't really take creative angles but I did see some cool angles in there and some shot changes, which were nice. So I think that kind of basically talks about all of the episode parts of it, but I have one concern that isn't huge, but it did kind of pop up to me when I was watching, and how at the end Astro Boy says,
"We need a bigger team."
The one problem I think with this is how they were kind of hinting that they were going to have other Scratchers join them, like other famous Scratchers. I don't think that that's the best idea if that's what they're going for. Now I might be reading into this wrong, and maybe they're just gonna like get some Scratch sprites or something, or some old Wazzo characters, but I hope they're not like gonna recruit like Splo or something to join them on their adventure, only because I just think that the fans will not react well. And like I said, reading the comment section, a lot of people looked like they were younger. I mean, not like 5-year-olds, but 9, 10. They're going to be more protective about the people that they like on Scratch. And so if I go on there and I'm a huge Bubble 103 fan, and I don't see Bubble 103 going on the adventure, I'm probably not going to be very happy, and I'm probably going to make a lot of comments that say, "Where's Bubble 103? She's a great Scratcher. Why didn't you include this?" I already saw in the comments people were saying, "What other old Scratchers do you think should be put in?" And there's already all this stuff happening with that. So I'm just thinking that if they put a popular Scratcher in, that maybe someone doesn't like them, and so they're going to be like, "Oh, why did they get in here? They don't deserve to be in here." Or the person that they like isn't in there, and they're going to be like, "Why didn't you put this person in here? They're a great Scratcher. They're so popular." And I think one of the main things is people are probably going to want themselves to be in there. They're going to be like, "Why don't I get to go on the adventure with Wazzo? You know, I'm a popular Scratcher. I have 13 followers." A lot of kids use Scratch, and a lot of these kids are not the most mature, including myself. I mean, Wazzo is older. He's like 18? Maybe that's reaching too high. I don't know, but he's in his teen years. And we already had the follow for follow fiasco a while ago. I just feel like he might get a lot of messages that are like people begging to be in this series. And I guess that won't ruin the series, but I just think that that could be an inconvenience that might just cause some annoyance and make it harder to produce this with all these people trying to get in. So anyway, that was basically my thoughts. I enjoyed the episode, and I am excited to see what comes next. I think that there was a lot of hard work put into it. It definitely paid off. So I didn't hate it. I didn't think that it was bad or anything. I mean, I'm not, going crazy over it, but I liked it. I thought it was good. You should probably go check it out. It is definitely worth watching. I just have a couple concerns for the future, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm reading into things wrong. Thanks for listening to this very long and unorganized project, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.